Hello everyone and welcome back to Barron Speedway. Today I'm going to show you my method for installing the catch fence at the racetrack. So far I have it completed over in turn 1 in the part of the front stretch area, but today I'm going to show you what I did here. So what you take is, you take tool. It is this stuff, many different colors. This one is more of a shiny silver. It can be found in the floral department at your craft store, or sometimes over by the ribbon and whatnot. So this one came off of a 6-inch roll. So what I did was I decided I wanted to make a 3-inch high fencing on the outside wall, and so that made it easy to measure down the middle. So what I did is I took the roll, which is this right here, this roll, and I marked it where I needed to be, and I pretty much just took the blade and cut around the roll. So whenever I unrolled it, it split into 2 halves easily, and that made it pretty much be almost straight, a straight cut. That was a lot more beneficial than cutting it by scissors, because then you can get a straighter cut, whereas with scissors you're cutting down the line and you can stray either way. Up to you, but that's the method I found to be the easiest. So to put this on, all you do is take Elmer's glue, and the clear kind works pretty well. Dries clear, easy to work with, and I like it the most because it is easy to work with and you can maneuver the mesh around in place before the glue cures. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. You want to make sure you get the flat side, which is either edge. So I'm going to have this on the top. And I'm just going to go ahead and, let's see here, measure it out. I already pre-cut it for the distance that I wanted. And I want to create a little bit of an overlap over here. So if I'm having it all as one piece, I can't really get the camera in there for pictures. So I'm creating an overlap here where I'll be able to fit the camera in between, and that'll allow me to not have fence obstructed pictures. So here we go. This part's pretty quick. So I just take the glue, and then I just drizzle up and down on the wall the whole way around for what I plan on using. And again, this glue dries clear, super easy to work with, no problems at all. Take the top side, and I'm going to go ahead and just start putting it on over here, and I'm going to use my thumbs to spread the glue around, so that way it gets into all the different holes of the tool. And you want to kind of take your time going around it. Your fingers will get a little sticky. It's not a problem. And then boom, just like that, you got it set on there. So then what I like to do is, I want to make sure that I didn't stretch it or move it around in any of the other spots. So like up here, I ended up sliding it up the wall some, so I'm going to bring it back down. Try re-smooth. You're going to let this sit now, and pretty much I just let it sit overnight. You want all the glue to dry, and it'll dry and hold nicely. So that brings us to part 2. As you see, it is, laying down like that. So what did I use next? It's this. These are like little metal rods. Each one is about a foot long, and they're an aluminum tube. These are located at Hobby Lobby over by the models, like where you build model cars, or over where you have scenery. My favorite part of the hobby store. But yeah, that's where you'll find it. So what I do is, I take the pieces out, and I measure 3 inches, because that's the length of the fencing approximately. we're going to do two different things with it. Well, take a ruler right next to it, make sure it's straight, and then I'm going to cut it. Go ahead and cut one now for an example. Wire clippers seem to be the best thing to work with, and I'll show you why, because there are two features on them that are good. So I've got the 3 inches here. I'm just going to go ahead and cut it off the screen. So just like that, cut super easy, not really a bend on that side. So then what I do is I take approximately 1/2 inch, and you've got what they call a cup. They these little holes here that come together right here. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to pinch it. I should do it in this one. I'm going to pinch it slightly, and then bend it flat just like that. It makes a consistent bend for every single one. So if you look down the line now, you'll see that each one that I've used has an approximate consistent bend. That makes it nice for the continuity of the fencing though overall. So since I'm letting this dry, I'm going to show you what I did for hanging this up. And you want to start with a post by one side or the other. So I start over here, and this is where you get the hot glue gun. So you want this because the glue sets very quickly, and you want, the fence post to be about the same. So I glued right there on this section first, let this pole sit, and then you hot glue, put a hot glue bead up the pole and on the tip, and you want to move the fencing up that pole. Then you go to the next one, do the same thing, kind of put a little bit of tension on the fencing, next one, the whole way around, especially on the curve, or else you're going to get a lot of bending in and waviness. So yeah, that's how I'm doing my fencing. I want to thank those who helped with the idea. So Dirt Diecast Display on Instagram was the one that originally suggested Tool to me, and that's been the medium that I like the most. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, send them either to me through Instagram or in the comment section. Yeah, and I hope you guys liked the video. Thank you.